Alright guys, here we go. This is what we got for the adult area qualifier course. Obstacle number 1, the stride and swing. Clear. Obstacle number 2, the spider lache. Clear. Obstacle number 3, the cone zone. Obstacle number 4, the rumbling dice. Obstacle number 6, the campus pegs. Clear. Obstacle number 6, the rung and hook. This is awesome. Obstacle number 7, the slanted slack line. Obstacle number 8, the 14.5-foot warped wall. Oh! Let's do it! Alright guys, here's what we're going to do now. We're going to go over the course walkthrough and the rules of each obstacle. Okay, on obstacle number 1, the start, I'm going to go with point A. The end is going to be point B. Okay? So point A is the block I'm standing on. You will start standing on this block. You are allowed the tops of all of these beams. You are never allowed the legs or contact with the black floor is a fail. You guys are allowed this block right here to get to. Okay? From here, this rope, as you guys can see, is wrapped around the A-arm. If you feel that you just want to swing from here, that's fine. Okay? Otherwise, you can unhook it. Okay? And you are allowed this rope, this bar, this pole, to get to point B, which is this trampoline. Next obstacle. Point A is also this trampoline. You guys will be allowed to step off. Okay? So you can land on this trampoline and pass. That is still a clear. If you guys want to get a run up to jump up to the next obstacle, which is the lache here, you can. If you want to just climb up this pole, that is fine as well. So you are allowed this pole, this bar, and this bar. You are not allowed contact with the cargo net. You're going to hit the lache, and you are allowed the inside walls of the spider only. You are not allowed the flat top surfaces. Point B of the obstacle is clearing this mat. If you were to fall back on this mat, that would be a fail. In addition, you are not allowed these black supporting structures up here. The inside of the walls only. Clearing is past this pad, on or past. Next obstacle, you guys are allowed all of this runway. This is what I call a no-fail zone. Okay? Point A is this trampoline. You can bring it as much speed as you want. You're going to start on the trampoline. You're allowed the blue cones, and the white cones. The white cones, you guys, is your halfway point, this will be 1 point. Any type of contact with the white cones, you'll get 1 point. This is a 2-point obstacle, so to get 2 points, you're going to continue to the silver bars. And then on the other side here, we'll give you guys a good perspective and a good visual here. There's 2 more silver bars. You are not allowed the gray cliffhanger holds. Only the silver bars to land on or past this structure right here, okay? This corner is indicating where we must fall on or past, okay? So if we fall here and back, that'll be a fail, okay? Our next obstacle is in this direction, okay? So make it very visible that you guys cleared this obstacle, okay? Moving on, next obstacle. Point A is this entire blue structure, including the Bosu ball. So the cloud mat, the panel mat, and the Bosu ball, okay? This is stuck down, but it could slide if you put a ton of effort into it, so just keep that in mind. Rumbling dice. You are allowed the dice only. You are not allowed the wooden structure around it. You're going to rumble the dice down. You cannot begin to rumble the dice if your feet have contact with the ground. Okay, your feet must leave before. You are always allowed to go back. If you go back, that's okay, but you can't just push the dice down. You have to be off the ground before you start moving the dice. The dice must be past the white markings here. The entire dice. There's a square plate on the dice for a little perspective. The square plate, the entire thing must be past this white line before dismounting to this cheese mat. Okay? There is no contact allowed with the punching bag or the black pad. So you must land on the cheese mat or forward. This is your point B. Okay, next obstacle. We'll have the peg climb. The pegs will start where this white dot is and one in here. And as we have indicated, your finish is when there is one peg in the top peg on the right-hand side. I just need one peg in that top one, and it must stay in there. So your point B is when you stick that last peg in that top hole. That'll be clear on this obstacle. Then you can just drop. Okay? Next obstacle, the salmon ladder. This is also a 2-point obstacle. Your first point is when the salmon ladder bar is in the top rung. Okay? Your second point is when you land on point B, which is the 2 blue and gray pads at the end. Once you guys' feet leave the ground, you cannot come back down to the pad on the salmon ladder. So once your feet are up, you got to keep them up. You can transfer up as many rungs as you want. You do not have to go to the top, but you do only get your point if you go to the top. If you complete the rest of the obstacle without going to the top, you'll still get your 2 points. Once you get to the top, you are allowed both of the balls. They have hooks on them you can remove. And we have 9 eye bolts. You guys are allowed to use every single one of those eye bolts. And you are allowed to dismount as early as you would like to land on our point B, which is here. Next obstacle is the slack line. Starting right here, you guys are allowed any part of the slack line that is on the top surface. Obviously, you're allowed this and the blue, but we can't just walk on this. All right? So once we're on the slack line, your clear is getting past that wall. This is a lower body only obstacle. So no hands on the slack line and no hands on the wall at the end. So you can walk the slack line, okay? Your clear is when you're on the carpet on the back side of the wall. This is your clear. Our last obstacle of the course is the warped wall. It's a 14.5-foot warped wall, and we'll give you 3 shots.